What's up, guys? My name is Mikko Hyttönen, and this is Jokes and More Podcast, baby! A show where we talk about jiu-jitsu, life, and everything in between. We are capturing the magic moment after a hard jiu-jitsu training. If you don't roll, you don't know. And today I'm joined by one of the most talented guys in the world, Cristian Amador, who is Spanish double ADCC champion, juvenile IBJJF European champion, and much more. This is going to be an exciting one. Finally.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. How is your week started? So, first training done. Are you excited about it? You're gonna go to
Yeah, I'm
Rome
going to Rome actually. So it's this week. I'll be competing on Sunday, and then the training camp is finished already. So there's no more training. We're just rolling light, and
Cool.
we're good.
You feel ready?
Yeah, feeling ready. I'm really looking forward to this one. So
Let's start with the hard one. Do you think that with only talent, somebody can be best in the world?
no, I think like to be the best in the world, like you have talented people, but then that will take you to a certain level. You
Yeah.
know? So some people are talented, but it's gotta be backed up by hard work as well. You know.
I believe that. And what do you think? Because also it's a tempting idea that if you are really talented, it's harder to push yourself because if you're shit, if you're not talented, you're like, oh fuck, I need to work so hard. So
Yeah.
how you're able to push yourself so much even though you are super talented? Maybe the most talented guy that I know.
Because it's like talent will take you to a certain level.
Yeah.
You know. And for example, like I was guilty of it. I was very talented. I'm still, but I was very talented, and it got me to a certain level. So I was like very confident, just training, but I could have trained even more.
Yeah.
You know. But then I came to a level where I started like, oh shit, it starts getting harder.
Yeah.
You know, because I was doing trials, I
Yeah.
was doing Euros, so you get to a level where it's like, oh shit, it's like really, really hard now. So talent will take you to a certain level, but it's not enough. It's got to be backed up by not just hard work, by many other things.
I agree. And it's like, I'm happy that you kind of figure it out by yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's also if somebody says to you like, oh man, you're
Yeah.
so talented, but you need to work so hard. You need to work more harder.
I figure out the bad way.
Yeah, and it's like you need to, but you're able to, you're 18, so everything
19.
is still 19.
I just turned 19
Ah.
3 weeks ago.
Still, nice. I'm 45, so yeah. All right, let's go. There's so much I want to ask, but let's start from this one. So, what is your first memory of any martial arts when you were a kid? You remember you watching TV or you're fighting with your brother. What is the first memory
I
of
used
any
to-
martial arts?
Well, I think Joel said this when you had him. Like
Yeah.
we used to play games.
Yeah.
We used to play video games, and then we used to like try the techniques, and then we used to fight each other. I fought with him all the time, actually.
Yeah.
But first memory, actually, apart from that one, I actually started with boxing. I did boxing. I was like a year and a half maybe, and then so I did boxing, and then as I was doing boxing, I got into jiu-jitsu as well, and yeah, that was it. I started in Ireland actually.
Yeah.
So I started there. I started playing football first. I was really good, and then actually in summer, so the football season was over. So no one was training anymore. But my dad, was really into making me better, he said, okay, since no one's training, let's get you into jiu-jitsu and let's get you in shape.
Ah.
And then I got out of football and then stayed in jiu-jitsu. So that was
I think
it.
that was, so far it looks like a good decision, but yeah. Yeah, so what about, even though there's a lot of viewers, listeners who probably watch your brother's episode, so Joel is Christian's older brother, but anyway, we want to hear your version also, like your story. So where was you born and how did you end up in Spain? So
I was born in Venezuela. So I was born at the capital. I was in Caracas. I stayed there for like 6 years, I'll say. Yeah, I think I was there until 6. From 6, I went to Ecuador. I stayed there for like 2 years maybe. And then from Ecuador, I went back to Venezuela again. I stayed there for like 6 months, and then I went to Ireland. So in Ireland is where I started learning English and everything. And in Ireland, it's where I started training jiu-jitsu as well. So I was there 6 years, 7 maybe, and then now I'm here. So that's how I
that's the
started.
story.
I've been everywhere actually.
What
I've
about
traveled a lot.
What about you learn English in Ireland? Man, was it challenging because they have a
I
pretty
mean,
thick accent?
if you understand their English, you understand any English. Because their accent is so hard to understand.
Yeah.
I still struggle to understand it.
Yeah.
But I remember because I was a kid, and then I used, like in movies, maybe you heard some English and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But then I came to Ireland and that accent is like, come on.
Totally different.
It's very, very hard to understand. But if you understand that accent, you understand every accent.
Good.
So,
good. How did you like Ireland? How was training there? How was training? How was the jiu-jitsu training? What is your memories training there? Let's try to remember the stuff when you started jiu-jitsu in Ireland. What was it like, and how did you feel like, and were you really like, did you immediately like, oh, fuck, I'm good at this, or was the process, or how do you?
Actually, I started first class, and then I saw Royce Gracie in UFC. So then I saw him, and then he was doing like arm bars and this stuff. So then I went to class, and I was like, okay, let's just try this. And I actually got a few people with it. First time I was doing like guillotines, arm bars. But then I remember the first time they fucked me up like bad.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. Like I remember going out and I was like beat up, but I really liked it. That's why I stayed.
That's why you stay. And it's always like in jiu-jitsu many times, because nobody's super good when we start. So the thing is like you either like, I want to learn this, or it's like too late for me, and then your ego cannot.
You gotta let your ego. I was a kid. I didn't really have an ego.
Yeah.
So they beat me up, and then I was like, nice.
Yeah.
I was actually very curious. To learn like how and what they were doing to me.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do anything. Maybe I was bigger even.
Yeah.
And then they just beat me up. So I was like, let's see what this is about.
That's a great attitude. And you remember, like, when did you start? How fast you started to kind of get hold of things and kind of, okay, now I understand this a little bit, because I think your progress was fast since the beginning. So when did you feel first time like, okay, like get success, or you're able to, let's say, for example, you started as a white belt. How long after you were a white belt, after you realized like, okay, I can beat most of the white belts? So how fast that was?
6 months maybe.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, it's like, depends. I started in kids classes, but then outside of kids classes, I used to look a lot at fights. So I saw the Millaos, I saw the Mendes, and then, so outside of jiu-jitsu, also I did my homework.
Nice.
So I think that's something everyone should do, So you come here, you learn, but then outside, I also like to look at stuff, and then whatever I look outside, I come back and then try to do what I saw as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I think many people do a mistake there, because they think that, and especially if you're a hobbyist, it's fine. You can train and then just go home. But if you want to get better, even though if you're a hobbyist, you need to put the time and just study the stuff and study people who you like, or what their style, or even better, if you're a beginner, try to study the same stuff. So if you're learning guillotines in class, try to search guillotines and try to search. Who is your favorite guys to learn from? What you told, Miyayo brothers, Mendes brothers?
I used to look at them more when I did more gi.
Yeah.
I still do gi, but obviously the opportunities that I've gotten, it's been more no-gi. So I've been more into no-gi now, but I did a lot of gi. I still do a lot of gi, and I still want to do gi, But right now the people that I'm looking at depend on what I'm doing, So if I'm looking at passing, I look at Dorian. If I want to play guard, I look at Levi, So I say those two is the main people I look at. I used to look at the Miyaos a lot, but that was when I did more gi.
Yeah.
I look at the Mendes when I did more gi. Now I'm looking more into no-gi, so if I see passing, I'll look at Dorian. If I do guard, I'll see Levi, Mateus, obviously.
That's a great way to do it, because also I do a lot of cherry picking. So I used to I'm still a big fan of Marcelo Garcia. So that's my first one. I started to study Marcelo. But then when I came better, I started to also do cherry picking. So for example, I'm not a big fan of Gordon, but when he's somebody's back, he finished,
Depends on what style you have as well.
Yeah.
So maybe you see Gordon, but you're like, I don't want to pressure pass though.
Exactly.
You know, so even if it's Gordon, you don't have to look at him.
But it's like I want to take small pieces of people who does it best in the world. So I do, for example, the 2-on-1 or something. I go Marcelo Garcia, Michael Lair. I just take the small parts of every guy. Not like, okay, I watch this guy and I learn everything from him.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this guy knows, like you said, Levi, close guard, bam, and like we do all of this. So it's a great way to. Do you do any kind of notes, or do you just watch and just?
I just watch. I've never taken notes actually.
Okay.
So maybe before class, I'm looking at something.
Yeah.
And then I just keep it in mind.
Yeah, and then you try to.
And then I try it out. Yeah. And when you try it out, most likely you will fail.
Yeah, of course.
Most likely it doesn't work out like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out first time. But once you get it, you just have to do a lot of repetitions. Just try it out in sparring, and then eventually it will work out.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's like in every technique, and especially the submissions or sweep, or basically anything, like we don't know it in the beginning, but when you try to do it a couple of times, then you're like a 1 or 2 success, and it's like relentless. If you have one technique, but you have a little bit of success, you need to just drill those in a sparring rounds, like bam, make guys tap, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah,
bam.
start off like with white belts or even blue belts, and then work it up to purple, brown.
I do exactly the same.
Black,
I love training with white and blue belts, not only because I can beat them easily, but also for them, because I for example, if my goal is to, okay, I want to do armbar a certain way. I let them have my back, and then I start to, okay, now I'm going to escape from this route, and I create these challenges for myself. And of course, I don't tell them, like that's the challenge. But I can also have a good training. But I do exactly the same. First white belts, and there is a lot of stuff that, like, not for you because you are so good, but I do the funky stuff. I do crazy stuff. Like what I try to do with you. Of course I could finish you and anything, but all the white, blue belts, even other purple belts, I'm able to at least sweep and get them in the danger. But
that was very sneaky. He was trying to like.
It was like this over your head, like north-south, and then I went like inside, a little bit like Ezekiel. But like a
no-ghee, which is not common, you know. So I nearly got caught though. That was a very cheeky one.
And I just for your level guys, if I can get you to react, I'm happy.
Yeah, even if it doesn't work out, you know, you might get the space enough to like escape afterwards.
Yes, and that's what I need to do also now with the higher belts. Like I can do the same entry, I get them react maybe the posture a little bit higher, I bring my knees in or something. I create some kind of a continuation, but. Yeah. So, what is your favorite way to train? Do you like to do the traditional one, we do drilling, or do you like your favorite is only to roll, or what kind of training do you like if you could choose?
I think like the training should be a bit of everything, you know. So I don't like the people that just spar or the people that just do technique. I try and do everything. You know, I think specifics is very important. You know. So, for example, when I was in America and I trained with John Danaher, I never did a round because he was all his class was just specific. So it was back, mount, let's say saddle, and then another one, and then that was the class. All specifics. So everything was specifics, and then I didn't fight actually until I competed. You know, so I was actually curious, like, how am I gonna fight after? I haven't fought, you know. I just did specifics, but it works.
Was it like we do here? So we do, for example, let's say we do half guard kimura attacks from the bottom. Then we do specific around that. So we're going to do half guard. Was it same with John? Like did you like the specific sign always regarding on the technique, or was it like always positional? You train kimuras, but you did positional from turtle, for example, or how was it?
It's. For example, if we did like leg locks, he would do at least a specific of leg locks.
Okay.
And then he would do mount, back. So we always had those specifics. So we always had mount, back, and then another one that I don't remember. But if the class, let's say, was about takedowns, then we do specific of takedowns.
Good.
And then we'll do mount and back. So
but
it was
always there, like starting is takedown. So
the specifics would always be also on what you were working on. So if I'm working on leg locks, I'm not gonna go and not do leg locks.
Of course.
And I just do takedowns. You know.
I believe a lot on positional sparring. I love to do it. And
Yeah, I think it's very important.
it is very important, and I kind of, the ecological jiu-jitsu. So all the best. But for me, it's hard to understand the concept if you want to do positional sparring without learning it first. So if you're good in jiu-jitsu, it might work, but I don't think I'm going to dive to this subject
I
today.
don't think for beginners it's a good idea.
No,
Maybe
because, if you know jiu-jitsu, it's called totally different. But when you don't know jiu-jitsu and you say grab the guy's ankle and take him down, it's gonna be also dangerous.
I mean, I don't think for beginners it's a good idea, but once you get to a certain level, if it works for you, then fine.
Of course. What do you think? Like, do you believe in when learning jiu-jitsu, everybody should have like strong basic techniques? So do you believe that you can specialize very fast?
I think the basics comes first, obviously. Like you go to a class, beginner's class, first thing you learn, open close guard, armbar from close guard. I think those things are very important. So if it's not like you're gonna come and then start learning heel hooks.
Yep.
And then you get caught in close guard and then you're like, what do I do?
Yep.
So basic, I think it always comes first, and then depending on your game, obviously, you specialize in certain things. So if your body type is like long and skinny like me, I like to play guard, and then if I do kimono, I'll use the lasso and everything.
Yeah.
But before I learned all those things, I learned the basics.
Yeah. And I think it's very important. It also gives you of understanding of jiu-jitsu, like the basics, like you have 6 positions, 7 main positions, whatever, top and bottom, and then you understand like what is the goal, and also like positions, and it's great to build on top of that. But there is a lot of guys who I see still like they are skipping, like there is even in our gym like good guys who doesn't have anything from certain positions. They are lost, and it's only because they have not trained for that position. And I would hate to be in in that position that I have one position or something that I always feel like, fuck, now I'm in a bad position. So like that.
And that's why we have beginners course as well.
That's why we have a beginners. So actually, you see now it's packed.
It's more packed than the normal class, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And I was surprised, but also I'm happy. I'm happy to see, people are getting jiu-jitsu.
There's many.
Yeah, and it's like
30.
Yeah, there was 30,
even more.
30, even more. We have a big space here, tatami space, where we have full. So we have always I think it's Tuesday and Thursday, so we have the beginners class on the half of tatami, and this side we have the advanced class, and it was packed. And for me, I'm just happy to see a lot of students starting jiu-jitsu. But again, jiu-jitsu is still jiu-jitsu. So we see those guys, let's say 40 guys there. We're gonna see maybe 3 of them. Like in a training with us, and we remember, you started then. It's but it's a process for jiu-jitsu. It's so hard. Why do you think people quit so much doing jiu-jitsu?
I think the people that quit is people that are hobbyists,
Yeah.
I think people come here and then they learn certain things and then they're like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
I think even me, like if I just learn and then for example, if right now I say, I'm good like this, and then I stop learning, I will get bored as well, I will want to quit. If I don't compete or if I'm not learning something new, I will get bored and then I'll probably quit. So I think that's what happens to people. People come, they learn the basics, get their blue belt, and then
makes sense.
They quit.
And especially with hobbies. Let's say, for example, if you are a random blue belt and you don't compete, for example, then what is the challenge? Like, what keeps you going? Only I'm keeping in good shape or whatever. Like it must be, and it doesn't need to be maybe the competition, but if there's you feel already, I know the basics, but that's exactly what happens.
I think everyone should compete, honestly.
I totally agree. Because I have not competed since I was a purple belt, but I'm a teacher and I dedicated my life to helping others. But you need to have the competition experience. And I was competing since I was 4 years old in a wrestling. So I competed
you wrestled?
Yeah, I started at 4 years old. I started wrestling. And that's also the reason why for me in jiu-jitsu, there was no I need to prove myself. I wanted to do it, but I was kind of forced to compete in wrestling when I was 4 years old. I was competing until I was 16 maybe. So more than 10 years I was competing every weekend. I enjoyed it, but in jiu-jitsu I was like, this is going to be my terms. I'm going to compete, I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah, I think I think everyone should compete because obviously, like, you go compete, you feel in the nerves, you feel in everything, you know.
Yeah.
And then you come out, even if you win or you lost. You don't know what you got better, but you just got better.
Yeah, and
you know, you come out a better person.
Of course,
somehow.
And always the trainings after a competition, you're like, bring it to me. It doesn't feel anything.
It's
like and again, it's like and also because learning martial arts, learning jiu-jitsu is also a way to make ourselves better persons. So the competition is kind of crucial part. You don't need to be a competitor, but you need to try it, and maybe a couple of times, like that you know how it is, and you challenge yourself.
Even if you're a hobbyist, I think you should. You should compete. Like, I think feeling those nerves and then obviously overcoming them. I think that's the key. It's not if you win, nice. Yeah. If you lose, you go back to training and then go again. But I think the important thing is going there, overcoming those nerves, and then
put yourself out there, put yourself on platform. It's always nerve-wracking, and it's always like you know, you're going to compete against somebody, so it's always kind of a big thing.
You kind of get used to it once you're a competitor.
I can believe. What is your preparation? How do you have a routine preparation? No, you always go with the flow.
I just go. I don't have routine now.
No. Do you listen to music or?
I like the music.
Yeah.
I like to listen to music obviously before coming out, but I think I've competed so much already. I just got used to it. Like before, like right now, I'm gonna do heroes. I'm like, okay, nice. You know,
you don't lose your sleep anymore on a competition.
No.
But it's good because, and also like, what is the reason why people are nervous doing something new? Because it's new. Whatever it is, if we would go now paraglide for the first time. Even though we're a confident guy, we're like a little bit like, oof, I've never done it before. But when you're paragliding, it's 335 times. Sometimes you go, it's same with competition.
Same with competition. Honestly, the start is the hard part.
Yeah.
To start competing because you are going into something unknown.
Yeah, and you don't know, and you
don't know anything. You don't know how the competition is.
Yeah.
But once you've competed, like you get used to it. Yeah. Actually, at least for me.
Yeah.
Because before, like when I started, I really got nervous. I was a kid as well.
Yeah, of course.
So when I started, I got really nervous. But then as the time went, also I started seeing what I was missing. So I was like, why am I this nervous before? Yeah. Competing, like what's happening to me, and then.
But great because you're able to analyze a little bit your kind of behavior.
I think people like it's the same. You go compete and you analyze like, oh, they passed my guard. Yeah. What happened? I think it's the same with your emotions. Yeah. You know, before competing, why am I reacting like that? If it's fine. Yeah. You know, I prepared. I did everything I could. I just go compete and then.
That's it. And when you are there, when you are already there. The preparation is done. Like
you can't do anything. Exactly, you can just go compete and
exactly.
Then that's it.
What do you think has been the? Let's dive into your competitions.
Okay.
Let's go like the first competition. You remember when did you competed first time? Probably in a gi in Ireland.
Yeah. It was in East Coast actually.
Yeah.
East Coast. It was in Ireland, and I think Richie was he was the ref.
Yeah, Richie. Yeah.
Richie, and then Fionn. Yeah. Before she was Fionn, she was being the ref as well, and then it was in Dara's gym, so it was in East Coast, and then I was a gray belt. It was my first competition, and I won. It turned out pretty well actually.
Nice.
But I remember like I was feeling nervous, but then you competed and you were like.
Then you won. What are you like after the first competition? Fuck, I want to do this. How did you feel? Or was it like, okay, it was a nice experience?
No, it's funny because when you are there and then you go to compete, before you go to compete, you are there waiting and then you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck am I doing? And then you competed and you're like, oh, you're excited. And then you're like, oh, I want to go back again.
Yeah.
Then you go back again and then it's again, what the fuck am I doing? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, like you compete, you get used to the nerves and then it's fine. You enjoy it afterwards.
Yeah, it at least the preparation gets easier. What do you think as a professional competitor? Do you think like how you now? Of course, you are getting better in every aspect, but especially in competition. Like, do you kind of use your energy more wisely, or do you also like when you're more calm, you're not so nervous, like you can? I've been watching almost all of your matches, so I've seen you're much more maybe calm. What do you think? How do you use energy? Do you now control it more? Of course.
Yeah. I think it's like if you're too calm, like you just fall.
Yeah.
You just feel sleepy, and if you're too nervous, you're like you can't think properly.
Yeah.
So I think you gotta be in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be too like relaxed because you're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
And then you can't be too nervous because you won't be able to think.
Yeah.
So I think just obviously staying relaxed is very important, but I think also staying awake, you know, like listening to music, just speaking to everyone, and then just warming up and then be ready to compete, you know. So I think not being like too calm, not being too nervous, I think that's the
But I think
perfect state
that's also
for me.
the experience. When you compete enough, you kind of find your sweet spot. Because my first coach, Jasse and Marek, they were they're semi-good guys, and they were competing quite a lot. And they were always like, Mikko, when we compete, we need to get ourselves pumped. And these guys with barbs, and they were like bouncing their heads on the walls, and it's just like crazy. I was like, really? This is how it's preparation? Yes, this is the preparation. Bam. And then I realized years after, it's not about this everybody. No. I cannot, some of our students, I'm going to tell them, no, fuck, let's go.
It might work for him, but it doesn't mean it will work for you.
But years I was thinking about this is the way. This needs to be. Then I realized, there's different kind of personalities. Like, for example, Santeri is totally different. Santeri is he doesn't go, no, he's just bam, 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 bam. Yeah, he's like, I'm ready. He doesn't build any aggression. He has
his biking music, and then he's just calm. He has his biking music, warms up, and then just beats up everyone.
Yeah, exactly. But he has also done it for a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had the first in the East Coast, we had that competition, and was it after that regularly starting to compete, or how?
Yeah, I really competed as a kid a lot, you know, and obviously in Ireland there was many competitions. It's not like here in Spain, because in Spain, if you want to compete, you have to go to Madrid. Yeah. You have to go to Barcelona, and it's not really huge competitions. So if you really want to do huge competitions Europeans and everything else, you have to travel. Yeah. So to compete in big competitions, you have to travel a lot. So in Spain, there's good competitions, but if you want to do the really good ones, you have to go outside.
Oh yeah. Ireland, it's an island, so it was all the competitions were semi-close there. But how was the jiu-jitsu competitions there? How did you feel the level? There's good guys there.
Where in Spain?
Ireland.
Oh, in Ireland. Yeah. I mean, I was a kid. Yeah. So I just competed against kids, and then actually my first adult class was here. So in Ireland, I just did kids classes. But then when I came here, I actually started training with adults. Did you lost any kids matches in Ireland? Yeah. I fought a guy called Mark, and then it was in Naga. So it was a very close match. I eventually lost in points, and then 4 or 5 years later, I got him at trials. And then I finished him, and I was like, felt good. 4 years ago, you remember you beat me up, and then I got him back.
Did he remember you?
Yeah, he remembered.
Now he remember always.
But now he remember. How do you say it?
He remembered.
He remembers me now for sure.
I can believe. Always very close eyes. But it's beautiful. All right, so that's the Ireland thing. How long did you train in Ireland before you came here?
In Ireland, I was training maybe I've been training 7 years in total. Yeah. So I've been training here 5 years. So then few years I just trained 2 years in Ireland.
I remember when you guys came. You remember?
Yeah, I was up to your shoulder.
Yeah, you were a short guy, and there was the gym looked different. But immediately, it was very, very impressive. Still, it was only 2 years, and you remember how fast things started to move here. When you started to train, when you started here, the progress was poof. I even get goosebumps. Bam! You kind of.
I think the change for me here was training with adults. Yeah. Because in Ireland, I was in kids' classes, but I was beating up all the kids, and then I just didn't have any progress, you know? But then I came here, and then Santeri let me do the adults class. Yep. Because obviously in Spain, they're not really that strict with kids like in Ireland.
Yeah.
In Ireland, they're so
Or
strict.
like kids don't train with adults.
If you're not 18, you can't train with adults.
Us, it's like
Here,
if you're
there's
good,
9-year-olds training with
yeah,
us.
sometimes if you have a good attitude, these guys come
Yeah,
with
just
us.
come train with us, you know. But yeah, I think that was the change for me.
Yeah.
I think that was the massive change for me training with adults. I was 14, I think, when I came here. Then obviously Santerio let me do the adults class, and then that was really massive progress for me.
Yeah, and it was since the beginning. And actually, I was remembering with Joel, like it was years ago, but do you remember when Reels came on Instagram? And I was like, this is stupid. Like put short technique video, put some music. I think this is cheating. This is.
Yeah.
And I asked you and Joel, we went upstairs.
I remember,
And it was actually these lights, but I didn't know how to use these lights. So there is yellow light and white light with these LED lights. So I put the yellow lights on, and it looked yellow, the video, and I did with you
I
guys.
remember, yeah.
We did couple of reels.
When was this?
This was, I don't know, it was maybe, let's say 22?
22.
Maybe 4 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, remember, you said, what is this? Look at this, it's Reels, it's like 15-second video.
Yeah, I was like, because I did 1 minute videos with explanation and jokes, and I was like, this feels cheating. But those videos I made with you and your brother upstairs, we did like 5 or 6 videos. And I remember I posted the first one, and I was like, I don't know, but the first hour, and it was like 200,000 views, and I was like, I think it's a lot.
I remember.
I think it's a lot.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it started to just, I was like, so obviously my stuff works perfectly on
remember.
this stupid short Reels form. So.
Now you have Reels. Like
Now
2
Reels
million.
are the thing. Who does even normal videos like
I just do
everything.
Reels, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't do normal videos anymore.
No. But it was, I remember, and I still watch those videos because I never delete anything from my social media because I want people to see the journey. So I still sometimes I scroll down and I see like, and I can see the lights are like, they are super yellow. Yellow lights, and I'm like, oh man. But it was, techniques were good. So I remember that. I have good memories with you guys and how you have been, getting better and grown as a man and as athlete. It's great to, and for me it's inspiring to see. Thank you guys work hard and and I truly believe that you're going to be best in the world. That's what I truly believe. So competition in Spain, you came here and then we started to compete here. You remember first competition?
In Spain?
Yeah, part of this team.
Yeah, in Spain I remember because we still needed to wear because it was COVID.
Yeah.
We still needed to wear the mask.
That was fucking ridiculous.
That was horrible.
I remember. Yeah,
That was so. I came here and then before I went to compete, I had to like get the test.
Yeah.
You remember the test?
Yeah, they put it in the nose.
It was
Very
horrible. And
uncomfortable.
that before competition, I was like, what the fuck? So I got that. I did Andalusian and it was curious. It was like I came back to competing and I was like, it's like if I start as a white belt again. Like getting that competition feeling again. It was like, wow, So, but eventually, like, you get used to it and then you just get used to it.
Exactly.
With time, it comes.
Yeah. Okay, so Spanish ADCC, double champion. Tell me about the tournament. How was that the first or the Juvenile Euros? What was the first big win? This one or the ADCC Spanish one? Which one comes first?
I think it was the Spanish one.
Okay, let's talk about that. Do you remember the preparation? How was the competition? What is your memories about that tournament? Let's walk it through.
So for the ADCC, it was obviously no-ghee. So I was preparing like I was just training a lot of. I didn't really do specifics that much back then. I learned like to do specifics like afterwards, but then it was just like really hard rounds, And then I was 16 actually, so I was 16. I wasn't really competing against adults at that time, so I did the competition and then I won my division. I got like 3 finishes, so I beat like I think 2 black belts. And then I did the absolutes as well, which was, there's under 77 and then there's plus 77. So I got double gold under 77 and then Salteri got double gold on plus 77.
Ah, nice.
So that ADCC was really nice because we took everything.
Empty the table.
Empty.
Yeah, that was cool. How do you feel? Let's talk a little bit about this. Do you remember what submissions were there?
I remember. Yeah? I remember I got bitten by a black belt, actually. Okay. So I took his back, and then I was gonna get a rear naked choke, and then he just bites me. And I was like, wow. Never seen that.
Yeah, like, cannot accept that he's beaten.
Nah, he couldn't accept it because I was a kid, I was a blue belt.
Yeah.
And then you see a kid like take your back in like 30 seconds, and then you're about to get finished, and then he just bites me.
Did the referee see it and disqualification?
He did see it. I had a long sleeve, and then I go like this to the ref, and then you just see the mark there.
What a lame way to go.
Yeah.
But I think it was because you're young.
It's not just that it was lame, it was that he was saying he didn't bite me. He was like, no, I didn't bite him. And then I was like, motherfucker, look at this.
Yeah, it's pretty.
What the fuck?
You're lying.
Who bit me then, you know?
But it must be also because he was older than you. He's a black belt, you're blue belt.
Yeah.
It must be like ego-wise. Of course, you cannot think
it was
like
definitely
that. Like, come on, I'm a black belt. I've done this, however long. So it must be hard for him, but still.
It's ego. He couldn't accept he lost.
Exactly. But also it's like, how do you feel that you can beat most of the black belts already when you started to be a blue belt? Was it weird? Like also here, most of the coaches, like most of the black belts, you can beat since you're a blue belt. How you can handle that kind of and keep still like the respect and everything? How
the change from competing against kids to competing against adult black belts was like different. It was like, wow. Like I'm fighting adults, and I was like, been fighting adults since I was 15 actually. So my first adult competition was at 15, and then I did it was in Valencia actually. I don't remember the comp name, but I was 15, and then I was fighting against blue belts, and I was winning. So that was really good. But then at 16 I beat the first black belt, which was actually at this ADCC.
Yep.
And then so it was weird because just kids fight different than adults, because adults like have this really mean aspect.
Yeah, and they go and they bite.
Like they just see anything and then they just want to rip it off. Yeah. Whereas kids is just different. They're just
yeah. So adults kind of want to hurt you.
They just scrambles, but then adults like they want to hurt you.
Yeah.
So I was 15, and then I was seeing that, and I was like, oh shit.
The kind of the rhythm of fight, it's different.
Yeah, it's very different. Adults. So that was. So I made that change very early. So that was really good for me starting to compete against adults like that early. It was really good because
then you have been kind of growing into that. Since 15 you have been fighting against grown men.
Yeah. So now I'm the mean one now.
Yeah, exactly.
So now I see like an arm or everything, and then I
exactly. You
1 second, and then I just want to rip it off.
Yeah, exactly. You go very aggressively, but I think it's because you have been. But I think you might get this quite a lot in a competition still, and especially in the early days, like the guys who are higher belts, and they're, who the fuck is this kid? And then you're beating them, and for them it's a great humble buy. Like jiu-jitsu, this might happen, but it must be that they give you a shitty attitude because you're just a kid who was able to beat them.
I've gotten shitty attitude. Yeah. Honestly, like people just. Like you beat them and they just walk away.
Yeah.
They don't shake hands or anything. Yeah. They just, even in the gym, like when I was 16 maybe, and then I was beating, for example, let's say a black belt, and then they start using their man strength.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. Start using man strength, and then they start like really like getting aggressive, So not anymore now. I'm 19.
Yeah.
I'm still young, but...
Yeah, because you have already proven, like now it's not a surprise that you should be black belt. Like, and it was still not a surprise then, but like people get used to it. Like now people accept it. Like, okay, this guy...
Now it's at least he's 19 and not 16 or 15.
Exactly, exactly. But it's... there is still in jiu-jitsu, of course, because it's a form of combat, there is always like a little bit of ego in sense, and I can see even in a training, not here so much, but there's a lot of kind of still people who they try to avoid rolling with certain people because they're like, oh, this guy can beat me and stuff like that. And I don't get it, especially the way in a training, because I truly think that in training it doesn't matter. And you should be
doesn't
training with
matter.
everybody. And especially if you feel like, oh, this guy is so good or whatever, that's exactly the guy who you want to go.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to build any kind of barriers like, oh, I don't want to roll with this guy. You roll with everybody and that's the process. But people are thinking about, oh, if somebody sees or nobody cares.
Nah.
When we are rolling
I
here,
don't remember who I beat.
exactly,
yesterday,
and we don't.
know?
And do you remember last time when you were watching, like, oh, hey, actually, this purple, somebody beat some? No, we are focusing on our stuff, but people have the mindset like a
Training should be about improving.
Exactly.
You know? Obviously, like you do a round and then you want to win.
Yeah.
You want to beat up the person, but if you get finished, it's fine.
exactly.
You know, it's fine. Like you just actually you ask, what did you do?
Yeah.
How did you do it? You know, and
Exactly.
that's how I've been learning as well.
Yeah, and
actually.
you are the kind of guy also, I remember many times actually, if somebody did something to you that was able to surprise you, submission, sweep, whatever, you always want to learn it. You're like, oh, please, let me know. Not like, okay, I don't even want to talk to that guy because he got me. you know what this also happens.
No.
But it's, what is the give me only one specific technique that you have learned from somebody who did it to you, and then you ask him and they were teaching it to you and use maybe even...
I think, actually, this is my A game, like the ankle locks.
Yeah.
I think I learned it, so I was 16 actually, and then Mateusz Czecinski came here to train with us. He just ankle locked everybody.
Yep.
He ankle locked everybody many times, you know? And he did it to me and I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, he taught it to me and since then I've been getting it on everyone. You know, if I get to single leg X, I feel very confident I can finish somebody from there. But I got it from him. And if I didn't ask him how he did it, I wouldn't have learned.
Exactly.
You know?
And he gave you like very, very good base how to do it. And of course, now we have doing it, you have your own tricks and you know stuff. But without this kind of mentality of really wanting to learn and asking, you wouldn't probably be in this level.
Exactly.
So then your jiu-jitsu might be totally different, and you might be like struggling as like whatever. But it's great that. And Mateusz is pretty good at those ankle
for
locks.
sure.
Yeah.
He has the best ankle lock.
Yeah.
Who has better ankle lock than him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah, very good. What do you think? Let's say you do quite a lot of Aoki locks. What is the key details for Aoki lock, for example, how to make it work?
I think it's like some people I see they do the Aoki lock, and then if the other guy's too close, and then they can like easily bend their knee.
Yeah.
You won't be able to. Maybe you can finish him, but it won't be as hard as if you have that separation with him. So if the knee is extended, it will be better to finish than if they're just here.
Okay.
Because then here, if you get the Aoki, like I can really like move my knee. But if it's like this, I can't really.
Oh yeah. The range is actually
The range is different.
Range is bigger.
You know, so I see some people like getting it.
Yeah.
Like they have a really good grip, and then they are like, why can I not finish it? You know, it's because they're too close.
Yeah.
If you're too close, you won't be able, because the knee and the ankle, like they just have a lot of rotation.
Yep.
Here, but if you're extended,
there's
no, you won't, you just can't, you won't be able to finish.
Yeah.
You know, if the knee is extended, then you will.
What's your favorite? Is Aoki lock your favorite?
I think Aoki lock. Actually, I used to do a lot of ankle locks.
Yeah.
But then it's like people just let their foot pop.
Oh yeah.
They just let their foot pop. So then Aoki lock is like you get the knee as well.
Yeah.
You get the knee as well and the ankle.
Yeah.
So that's when I started doing more Aoki locks than ankle locks.
Because I think also when you feel the knee pressure, and especially like I have like accidentally sometimes have been defending some kind of a heel hook stuff, but I didn't feel any pressure here. So I'm like, I'm okay. But then I heard some pop from here. So, but if it's a knee and the ankle, like, I think it's much more effective.
If it's the knee, then you're gonna tap.
You're gonna
sure.
tap, and if you don't tap, you're just an idiot, because then it's gonna be months away from the.
It's not the same just getting your ankle popped.
Yeah.
You just walk it off.
Exactly.
But then if you get your knee popped, it's different.
Have you ever hurt anybody in a competition accidentally?
Accidentally? No.
Or purposely?
Purposely, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, many times with the Aoki lock, actually. Yeah. With the Aoki lock, like people don't want to tap, and then you just hear like everything just
But
breaking.
it's also like also, I don't think you still want to hurt them. You just want to make them to tap, and you're ready to rip the leg off.
If they don't
just tap.
Yeah, if they don't tap, and then I hear the pops, you're not tapping, I keep going.
Of course, because what are you going to do? Let go, and you cannot do it, and because like you're not the guy who wants to hurt people, but if I'm not tapping, if your opponent's not tapping, you should be going rip the fucking leg away. Because if you tap, if the referee comes, I stop. Otherwise, what's the point?
I got my ankle popped at trials.
Yeah,
they popped my ankle really, really bad, and then I fought Nadav. It's his name. This guy from Israel. He's really, really good. And then he gets me like on a heel hook on the ankle.
Yeah.
And then I just see my ankle and it just popping. And then I was just staring. I couldn't do anything, but I didn't want to tap either.
Oh yeah.
You know? So I'm just looking at my ankle just getting popped. I can't move. I just let it pop, and then I kept fighting afterwards.
Yeah.
You know? But it happens, like it can happen. Like it was trials, so I didn't really want to tap. So if it was a local comp, I'll just tap straight away. Yeah. But it was trials, so
the risk is also like if it's a big competition and you might be had chance to win trials, I win it. I have time to recover, and it's risk and reward.
For sure.
What is the biggest injury that you ever had?
Oh, I think this one.
How long it was there? How long it was the kind of a recovery time? And
took some time actually. Still not 100%.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I just keep training. I do physio.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna take some time. I've had injuries. I don't really have injuries. And if I have them, it's because it happened in competition.
Yeah.
Never happened in training.
Oh.
Happened in competition. And then usually it takes some time. Like I had one guy actually popped my ankle. I didn't tap again. But then it took me like a year, you know? It took me like a year. Like it gets better, but until it's 100% again, it will take
it's
you
still
a long
under
time.
Stress. When it's recovering, but because, people go for the legs all the time, then it's, you still need to, there's a little bit of action always happening, little bit of twisting, but it's good, but you're still able to,
I can still compete and train hard, so it's fine.
Okay, so you have been winning quite a lot, many of them impressive way. Does it ever get in your head like, fuck, I'm good and stuff like that?
Doesn't get on my head.
Yeah.
It doesn't, if I win, and then you just have to move on. Same with losses.
Yeah.
If you lose, but you just have to move on.
Yeah.
So either if you win or you lose, you just have to move on and then just focus on the next competition that's coming up. You can't stay. Your mind can stay on, I lost this competition.
And because it's gone.
Yeah. And even if you win something, you just can't stay on that competition because you just need to move on to the next one. It doesn't
matter anymore. It truly in the second when the match is over, that doesn't affect anymore on the next outcome. Basically.
Exactly.
It might lift your confidence, but it still doesn't. You cannot think about that when you're going into the next one. Well, you have some spectacular wins. I remember that was a viral video. Actually, maybe our editor are gonna put small clip of the fucking what was the competition? The last they talk about the
presa.
Oh, that was beautiful.
The jump. Yeah.
Yeah, walk me through. Well,
so
that's something that you do often, or what is?
I saw from Fabricio Andre actually.
Okay.
So he did it. He did it against Ibrahimov it was in Aiga.
Yeah.
And then I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? What did he do? It was really impressive.
Yeah.
So then I started doing it in training. And it didn't really work out in training, But 2 weeks before, I was really trying to do it. And then it was working out. So I was like, might work out. I wasn't looking for it.
Yeah.
It's not like I went to the comp.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm going to hit this.
Yeah.
But I just saw the opportunity.
Yep.
And then it happened.
Boom.
So I'll walk you through it. It was my second match from that comp. And then I was trying to pull guard, but every time I was pulling guard, he was throwing the double leg, So then he does this twice already, and then I caught it. And then the third time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch my stance because I can't jump on this right leg.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. So I switch my stance, I go lefty, and then I try to pull guard, and then I see he's shooting the double. And then that's when when I did the jump, and then eventually chase the back and get the finish.
Oh, that was circulating quite a lot, the video.
Yeah,
Did you get any feedback? Did people send you any messages like cool stuff?
Oh, a lot. Too many. I still get people commenting on the post.
Yeah, because it's out there. And it's still a great move. And
sometimes I'm looking at Instagram and I was, oh, look, the video, you know? So it went really viral, actually.
Yeah,
so it was crazy.
It went. And
it was really crazy.
Because it was a beautiful move. And there was even like jiu-jitsu celebrities kind of way, like commenting that.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people who were sharing
many.
it.
Canuto commented.
Tom
like,
DeBlas was sharing the
Tom
video.
Tom DeBlas shared.
And there was like, it was a great move. And then feature style, of course, I was like, and I'm always like, when you guys are competing, and usually what I do is I'm in my house and I might invite one or two of my friends and we're always watching it. And I'm always like I have a, studio always when our guys are competing. I'm like, I'm living the moment. So I'm always so happy to support you guys. So it's amazing. What about the juvenile Europeans? That was a gi competition.
That was in gi. Yeah, that was juvenile 1. That was like 21 maybe.
21, it's already 5 years ago.
Yeah, yes.
But it was a great win also. There's a lot of matches. How many matches you had?
22, actually, 22. I had my normal division.
Yeah.
I had the division and then I did like 3 matches.
Yeah.
Then eventually I lost to this guy from Atos.
No.
So I lost to him and then I was like, oh, come on. Like I had 2 matches. I lost the 3rd one. I really thought I was gonna win.
Yeah.
And then you just lost and then now it's like, what do I do now, you know? But then I did the open weight. So I did the open weight and then I won a match and then I had the same guy that beat me in the finals, you know? So I was like, okay, now I have to really get him back.
Yeah.
So eventually I got a nice triangle and then got the finish. So I'll say that was my big first.
Yep.
My first big win.
I remember that was, and it still is, it's a massive win. Do you still think about competing in gi also at some point?
Yeah, I actually competed like maybe three months ago. I'll say it was my last competition in gi. I did. It was a local comp. It was in Madrid. It was grappling industry, but I wanted to do some gi, so I did the grappling industry and ended up winning, you know. But it was curious because I did so much no-gi and then I went to compete in the gi again and it was like getting that feeling again of competing in the gi and then people were getting grips on me. Yeah.
I'll just put it a little lower.
There you go. Thank you. So people were getting grips on me and then I was like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
Like competing again.
Yeah.
But it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, because you have done it gi also very long time and it's just, but of course it's different when you train a lot because there's grips and there's there's a lot of stuff happening, but I love both. But nowadays, of course, no-gi is, and again there is, because everybody's saying like no-gi is the biggest and no-gi is the thing. I kind of agree, but there is still like certain places, let's say for example in UK there is a lot of gyms that I have been doing seminars and traveling there, they're like 90% of gi.
Yeah.
There's still like,
there's still gi going on.
Yeah, and when you go to the January and the Europeans in biggest tournament in the fucking world.
I think it's like the gi competitions are mainly start of the season.
Yeah.
You know? So the first 6 months is usually gi. So they do like worlds, they do gi Euros. So everything is gi at the start of the season. After that, those first 6 months, then usually after that is all no gi, you know?
I was kind of happy. I don't think it was last year. No, when was the first CGI? It was 2 years ago, no?
CGI was the first one 2 years ago. Yeah.
So in that year, the ADCC, they were the same time, the CGI and ADCC.
Yeah.
And actually the ADCC, all of the ADCC champions, it was like I don't remember exact, but it was like something like this, like 7 from 8 champions on ADCC, they were also active competitors in gi. And that kind of warmed my heart.
Yeah.
I was like, so you're ADCC champion, but you're actively competing
I think it's easier to transition from gi to no-gi than it is to transition to no-gi, from no-gi to gi.
I see that.
You know?
I see that a lot. So if there's a gi guy who does a lot of gi, only gi, let's say, and he goes to the no-gi class, he's not totally lost. He's probably gonna tap quite a lot in leg locks. But if you put no-gi guy super good no-gi guy come to do a gi class? Oh,
If
man.
you learn how to defend the legs,
Yeah.
then you'll be fine in no-gi.
Yep.
For example, Elijah Dorsey, he was mainly gi. Then the transition, it was like he just became so good in very short time in no-gi.
Yep.
You know? So who else? Like there's many gi guys. Meregali.
Meregali was
Come on.
100% gi guy. Come on.
Meregali, he's transitioned to no-gi. He was pretty quick, and then he just beats up everyone.
Santeri.
Santeri.
Santeri también, like 100% gi guy.
All his life he was in
Gi guy. And do you know that Santeri actually, when he did a gi, he was keeping also like his favorite was he did a lot of ninja joke with lapel. And actually he did even seminars only teaching that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
I didn't know that. But I think we were teaching together some class and we were teaching the ninja joke. And then I started to talk with Santeri. I said, hey, did you know we got that? Actually, I used to teach this on seminars. And now it's just so hard to see. But I was oh, I understand, but it's so hard to see. Okay, so now the juvenile Europeans, that was a big thing. The ADCC. What else competitions that you remember, or do you have any kind of specific memories? You have competed so a lot. So give me something if you remember some kind of what has happened in the competition, good, good submissions or something bad or something good. Give me some memories from competitions.
I did no-gi Euros as well in juvenile.
Yeah.
So I won no-gi Euros, and then I fought this really huge guy in the absolutes. And then I remember I was like less than up to his shoulder. So he was huge.
Yeah.
He was huge, and then eventually I lost to him.
Yeah.
But it was the first really big guy I fought, and that was juvenile 1.
Yeah.
I remember. And so the division was good. I won the division, but then I went to the absolute, and I just faced this really, really huge guy. He had the man strength.
Yeah, and they are ready to use it.
Yeah.
Oh man, do you remember specific submission from last years that really you remember like that went like you executed perfectly or something,
From
finish?
Last year, you mean?
No, but like let's say last couple of years, like you remember, that time I did nice entry and I just remember some kind of a submission.
I think, I've had many obviously, and many that I don't remember right now, but I think I hit this really nice guillotine at no-gi Euros actually.
Yeah.
That was the one I was telling you, where I fought the really huge guy. I didn't do it on the really huge guy, but on the division, I threw this high-risk guillotine, and then eventually the guy just went to sleep. Oof. That was the first time I slapped someone actually in competition, and the only. But that was really nice because I was squeezing that one.
Yeah.
Like,
did you win this grip, high elbow?
Yeah, I won this grip.
Nice.
I did high elbow.
For me, the normal
rolling.
one is very hard. I do also the S one. It's nice.
Yeah, both of them are nice. But I did the high wrist, and then he was spinning, and I remember coming out, and I was like, what happened to my wrist?
Yeah.
So if I was squeezing that hard that I hurt my wrist, I can't even think how his neck was feeling, So he went out, and then I was like, oh, he went out. Then eventually just won the tournament.
Jiu-jitsu, man.
So that one was really nice, I'll say.
Very good.
For sure.
Very, very, very good. So you have been obviously winning quite a lot. You have been in the progress. And also, do you feel the pressure? Because everybody is like saying, oh, Cristian is so good and he's so talented. And do you just kind of, it doesn't affect you? But because everybody talks about it all the time. Does it affect you? Do you feel like extra pressure when people are expecting high things from you?
I don't feel, because it's like, so you work for something and then you have it, and then you're like, oh no, now I feel the pressure.
Yeah.
But it's like something you looked for.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So why feel the pressure?
I love it. I love it.
So if it's something I looked for, something I wanted, and I have it now, why feel the pressure?
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, I'm the one who's going there and competing.
That's it.
I'm the one that's fighting the huge guys, and I'm the one that's fighting the really good people, and then no one else is fighting for me.
That's it.
So everything outside of that is like blocked.
Yeah.
And when I go to compete, it's only me and my opponent.
Exactly. You are there. You need to do your thing, and
I'm the one that's fighting at the end of the day. So it's like everything else, it's silent.
Yep.
So I don't feel any any pressure from people or anything that people expect me to win. You know, so if people expect me to win, nice.
Yeah, and I think
They expect me to lose, nice as well.
Again,
I don't mind.
And also, like when you get better, like I always tell, because I understand also because I have been teaching quite a lot as a professional teacher, and now everything gets bigger. Like I have bigger projects. I'm going to go to India, and it's going to be massive projects. I'm going to teach tens of thousands of people there. And as a competitor and as a teacher, I really believe that me as a teacher, the better I come as a teacher, the more I need to also train. Like the better you come, the bigger wins. You are like, okay, I cannot, stopping here and enjoying. Yeah, man, look at me. No, actually, you're like, fuck, I need to work harder because the competition gets better, and it's like the process.
Yeah. So you get better, and then eventually there's some guys who maybe they're not as good as you.
Yeah.
But their progress is getting better. Maybe not at your rate.
Yeah.
But they're making progress, and eventually if you don't keep making that progress, even though you're really good already, eventually if you don't keep making that progress, they will catch up.
Exactly. And I think that's tempting, like for me, especially as a teacher, because, I don't compete, I teach. But I treat myself as a professional. I live very disciplined life. And I kind of, but as a competitor, like, you just need to train harder and getting yourself better all the time, because otherwise you're gonna enjoy the moment and boom, they're gonna pass you.
Exactly. So, for example, I compete and then I win, and obviously it's not like, okay, let's move on like straight away. I like to win and then be like, enjoy myself the first 3 days and then back to work.
Good.
So I think you always have to make progress. Like you always have to keep getting better, because like I said, like if you stay in this level, even though you're really good, then the other guys will eventually catch up.
They will.
Even though they're not really good as you, but eventually they will catch up.
And can you imagine if you stay here and they decided they're going to work 3 times more than they did before, even though it's smaller, but if you don't move at all, wow, and then you realize something happened.
Then it's too late.
Then it's too late. So what about the losses, man? So we lost now. We lost the trials.
I lost twice in a row now.
How do you feel?
So,
how do you feel? It's of course it's part of the process, and I know you already. So it's not like it's not affecting you, in a massive way. But still, like of course, it's like, oh shit.
It's not nice.
No, it's not nice, and it's like of course I've seen both of the matches, and your opponents are very good guys.
Yeah.
But and it was not like, okay, they take you down and submit you.
No, it's really, it's really close fights.
It was very, very thin fights. But it's still like, you already forget that, or you try to learn something from those losses, or what was the process? How you handled, how you progressed?
I always, like, if I lost, if I win also, I just try to learn from the fight that happened, you know? But so it's also what happens when you try to fight the best guys. So for example, I fought this guy, Martin. He beat me before already. Yeah. And he's way heavier, way stronger than me.
And he's a bulldozer, much bigger guy.
Yeah. So he's heavier, he's stronger, he's black belt, much like better experience. Yep. But I wanted him. Yep. I asked for him. Yep. So I said to the guy of the event, hey, give me him. I don't mind the weight. So it was 77 kilos. Day before weigh-ins. I don't know what he went back up to. But he was a really, really good guy. And then I said, you know what? I want to fight him and I want to get that win back. I was close, but it didn't happen. Yep. It didn't happen, but you lose sometimes, and then you just have to, like I said before, like you win, you move on, you lose, you move on. Also, you just gotta correct whatever mistake you did in those fights. And I did, So whatever happened to me in those 2 past fights before, it won't happen to me now Sunday at the Heroes.
Perfect. And it's also because I have been thinking about you many times, of course, because I have been training with you many years, and you're here, and I see the whole progress and everything. I was thinking about and I knew it will happen. At some point you're gonna lose, and how you're gonna handle it. And I'm not scared, but I was like, I want to see. I want to see how. But come on, man, you're doing great. Like how you handle it, because we need to be humble in defeat and just, okay, this...
Humble in
this,
defeat, humble in winning as well.
Exactly. But I was not worried, but I was like, okay, it's going to happen. But now I'm kind of happy that it happened, because still, like, you're able to grow also from those experiences. And if we never lose, nobody goes unbeaten 15 years. Like we just need to tweak a little bit. And it's, again, when you fight against better guys all the time, the level goes higher. And again, still like the thinnest match.
Even though I lost these past 2 fights, I felt like my level just improved a lot, know. And if I didn't choose, like, to do trials or to fight Martin, you know,
you could probably
maybe I wouldn't win. Maybe I wouldn't lose. Maybe I wouldn't lose, but my level wouldn't be the same as if I fought those guys. So I have to fight these really good people to improve, even if I lose.
Even if you risk of losing, but that's the challenge, because eventually the goal is to be in the situation where you can say, with full confidence, I can challenge anybody in the world.
Yeah.
And how we can get to this point? By starting to pick up better guys, and that's the progress.
Yeah, I think to improve, you have to fight these really good people.
Of course.
If you're a competitor and you want to be at ADCC, you want to be at CGI, all those things, you have to risk fighting the really good guys, to improve.
Of course, and I think that's the only way. And you're still, you're still 19, and can imagine that the jiu-jitsu athlete, of course, depends quite a lot. But what I see now, I use Santeri as an example. Only Santeri, I think Santeri is more or less in his prime now.
Yeah.
Like 33, 34. He has enough experience, but he hasn't lost his speed, his strength. He's much smarter. So,
I think he's in his prime right now.
I think so also because before he was like now he has such a well-rounded stuff.
No, he has everything right now.
Yeah, and he doesn't have...
he's physically amazing, and then also he has the experience from the past matches.
Exactly. And can you imagine, like, still, like, you're under 20, so it's just it's going to be amazing journey. Now we just need to, and again, let's see. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But let's say we're going to get massive injury. We're going to break our fucking bone or something like that. Of course, we are not going to stop, but that's going to be hard, staying off the mats. Like with the knee, how long you need to stay off the mats? How you couldn't train?
Maybe a week.
Okay.
Maybe a week, but it was fine because, like, you can train, but you just can't come back and then just train like crazy, like nonsense,
Yeah.
So I stayed a week off and then I came back to training. But then when I came back, I was just like rolling light, just getting back.
Yeah.
But
let's hope that this kind of stuff and stuff happens, but you're already physically so strong, and I don't, I hope that doesn't happen. But for example, I remember I broke my collarbone. I was fighting this Sambo guy in my first school, and I was wrapping his head with lapel, boom, like this. And I'm like, got you, man. And what he did, he lifted us up, and we landed both like here, and my shoulder, like, poof, all the collarbone and everything. And I couldn't train in 2.5 months. I was like, it was, super tough because I was feeling like.
How were you feeling without?
I was feeling like I'm
without the training.
Like, what is my role? What do I do? I was drinking, and I was like, why not? Because I felt like my life, I don't have any direction. I was like totally lost, but of course I learned from that experience. I'm not doing the same anymore, starting to drink immediately if I get injured. but it was like, I felt so lost, and I felt like, okay, now I'm going to lose my skill set, and I'm like this defines me. And I felt like I don't have it anymore because I was injured. Of course, it's not that, but it was like a mentally very, very tough, very, very tough for me.
I don't feel the same either if I'm not training. You just get bad humor, I don't know.
Yeah,
but get bored.
It's also because jiu-jitsu is so amazing what it does to you, but it's also risky because now if you don't do jiu-jitsu, your mental health goes down. You cannot stop in this point. It's impossible because our body is used to for this serotonin, these good hormones pumping in our body because we train. And if we really stop this, I think it's going to be impossible in this level. But you ever, now you're focusing, of course, on yourself. What do you think is the difference? Because I always tell people about the difference. Like, what is difference, or if you're a competitor in your training and if you're a teacher when you're training, because I think you are also extremely good in teaching, but now you're focusing yourself. But do you think that you should be training differently if you're a competitor or if you're a teacher?
Yeah, of course. Like if you're a competitor, obviously the training, you gotta be here. Like I train at least twice a day, except Sundays maybe. Well, we train this.
Yeah, this Sunday we were here.
We train this Sunday.
Mondays. Yeah, we did.
But
Sunday.
usually I take it off, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're a competitor, you gotta train like different ways than if you're just a teacher. Yeah. If you're a teacher, you want to train, but to gain knowledge, to teach it to your students.
That's it.
You know, if you're a teacher, you don't have to like grab a competitor and just beat them up. You know, it's not the point.
That's
if you're a teacher. If you're a competitor, you should be like trying to win your rounds and learning from them, obviously. But if you're a teacher, you should train to gain knowledge and
absolutely
and teach it to your students.
Absolutely,
you know?
I 100% agree. And kind of because everybody asks always me like, why did you?
How do you train?
I train
because you're an influencer.
Yes, I am. I train like you explained, like as a teacher, because my true biggest passion is helping other people.
You don't have to kill yourself training every day.
And also because I want to stay healthy. Of course, I do fairly hard rounds. Last week I did 78 rounds.
Oh, so that's a lot.
That's a lot. But I train on the way, like I let people have something, and I give up my positions all the time. And this is exactly what you should be never doing in a competitor. Create these bad habits. I don't protect my positions. I do goofy stuff all the time because it doesn't matter for me. And also for me, I think it's a great way to teach other people, and especially guys, of course, who I'm better. I always like to use this phrase that I give windows of opportunities. I don't like, okay, I don't do anything, take my back and choke me. Like, this is ridiculous. But I just leave those small stuff. Like, I'm in some position, and for example, I lift my arm. They don't understand it, but I leave the space for the underhook. If they take it, I'm like, good job, good job, and continue. But it's also, if you have any ego, that's a hard way to train. Because I do this all the time, and I see sometimes people are watching, like, oh, how this black belt is going with this blue belt guy. Oh, the blue belt got his back or something like that. Of course, because I, let it happen, but I cannot think like, oh, if somebody sees it. It's just, I love to teach people while I roll, and I enjoy so much training when I'm a teacher because I don't have any stress, and exactly I want to gain my knowge.
Of course, you don't just want to beat up someone. Yeah, There's no point in that.
No. And I rarely go 100%. I don't know. It's just, and again, we go sometimes hard round. With you, it's great to, we have always nice rhythm.
Yeah.
We go.
It's the same rhythm from start to finish.
Yeah, exactly. There's no yanking, but still, like if somebody leaves something opening, we go for it. But it's a great way to still like keep the pace on the way, like. There's learning aspect, but it's not goofing around, but it's not trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
I love it. But it's also strange that there is still guys, there is even high-level guys who cannot keep the low pace, especially if you can do something with them, they go immediately hard. And it's like, it's beautiful when we have the pace. The pace is like respectfully
hard. Yeah, those people
hard.
Usually are too physical, and they, like, maybe they will give you a tough round, but not because necessarily they're really good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's heavy, strong, and then they are just like, like really holding and not giving anything and just staying safe, they will give you a hard round, but because they're physical, not because they're actually good.
But they also understand it. There's people who are very strong. And again, there's nothing wrong to be strong, but if you are strong and if you have great technique, that's the key. That's the key, So, but I think, but you have been growing. You have been growing.
Yeah, I've been training.
77 kilos now.
I've been lifting.
Man, you're starting to be my size. What is happening here? 77, no? What is your walking? You are more now.
No. I'm light. I look bigger than I actually am.
It's your charisma, man.
Actually, I started training with fight programming.
Okay.
So I started training with Carlos. He does like the strength and conditioning for Vincenzo. He does it for Joel. He does it for me. And so I started with him, and I actually gained some weight because before that I didn't lift.
Okay.
I didn't lift. So I was like maybe 69.
Yeah.
Then I went with him, and now I'm 73 and a half.
Good.
So
And it's all like, it's just pretty much muscle, everything.
yeah. So I'm
You
still
feel stronger.
I'm still like a bit skinny, but I can lift heavy.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel really strong.
Nice.
You know, since I've been with him, my cardio, my strength there's massive difference for sure.
Very nice, very nice. And I think it's also because I have been also very lazy for lifting. Like I was only doing jiu-jitsu. And what I would say, like, let's say maybe 1 year ago, and actually we also have had like a lot of injuries. I was preparing Spider for a competition, and I let him take me down again. What a stupid idea. But I just let him take me down. I was like, I'm going to be okay. And I landed my elbow like, bump, just like straight like this. And these ligaments, poof, torn away. 4 months. And I couldn't do like any lifting, but I was training. But after
you can lift the other arm.
Yeah, and that's why I had a like right arm was bigger. But then in this year January, I started to do like, because I'm so lazy to go in the gym, because this is my gym. So I have like kettlebells. I have 12 kilos, 16 kilos, 20 kilos, and then I have push-up handles. And I do, cycles with that. And of course, because I don't need to be, I can do whatever I want, but I love training in my house because I'm from Finland, so I'm also a little bit of ambivert. I can be very social, but also I like to go on my nest and just, be by myself.
I don't like to lift when there's like, everyone's at the gym.
Yeah.
It's like you go to a machine and then there's like 3 people waiting. So I get you. You know? That's why I have also a strength and conditioning coach. So he just basically does the work for me. He's like, do this.
Because then you can.
I have the free machines. I do everything, and then that's it.
Beautiful.
So that for me, it's perfect.
Beautiful. But you cannot do the same what I do in my house. So every morning when I wake up, first thing what I do is I do Wim Hof breathing exercise, and then I do naked kettlebell session. I open the window and people can see from the street, but I don't care. I do 100 repetitions in 12 kilos, and I know it's like a man, but it's my routine, and I don't know, but that would be hard in the gym.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, that's what I do. But I'm a little bit,
I know.
You have been seen. But it feels so great to train with you guys. And now I kind of accept as a teacher, it doesn't feel me bad at all that now you are good enough that you can beat me consistently. For me, it's just I'm a small part of your journey, and I'm still extremely proud. I'm like, fuck yeah, this guy became so good at it.
Thank you, Mikko.
And it just feels for me like it feels good. It feels good, and I'm like, this is how it's supposed to go.
Feels good to have people that appreciate the work, the work I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to have you as well.
My pleasure.
This gym wouldn't be the same without you. I like to come in, and then some people are like this, and then there's you. What's up?
Well,
so it's good to have that energy.
Thanks,
as well.
man, and I love it. That's my thing, and I just feel like giving a good energy to this world is my superpower. And it's not like I have also bad days sometimes when I wake up and I don't feel good.
Everyone has bad days.
But when I open the door, I decide like, fuck yeah, I'm just gonna smile, and then it becomes a good day, and then I feel like, okay, when I'm in a good mood, I make people around me a good mood, and then so these people are also making, so it's a massive, the butterfly effect, man. Like
everyone knows when you're in the gym, when like I walk in, you're not here, then everyone's like, but when you're here, it's a good mess.
Yeah, we have a fun time.
For sure.
I just enjoy it. What do you eat? What kind of diet do you have? Do you eat clean or?
I have a nutritionist right now.
Nice.
So I'm with WS Nutrition. I'm with, he's my friend. So he is really good. And depends. If I'm off camp, obviously, I like to have I like to eat good, off camp.
Yeah,
but now that I'm preparing for Euros, even though I'm like 1.5 kilos under right now, I'm still trying to eat healthy,
Good.
So whatever Will sends me, I'll do it. For example, at trials, I did 66. And then before that, I was weighing 73.5.
Yeah.
So, and I'm kind of skinny as well. So for me to cut from 73.5 to 66, it's not the same.
No.
For a chubby guy to cut from 73.5 to 66. But he made it easy though. So I was eating ice cream on fight week.
Oh.
You know? So it was really good. I felt really good because it's not just making the weight, it's making the weight and feeling good to fight for the day.
Exactly.
You know, because some people, they're like, oh yes, I made weight, but what did it cost you?
Yeah, it cost.
You know?
Yeah.
Are you trying to like make the weight or are you trying to win the competition? You know? So I made the weight, I was feeling good, and then I felt good for trials.
What do you think about the weigh-ins? Should it be day after, or what do you think about? There's now a lot of competitions where the weigh-in immediately before the match.
I think, well, it depends. I think, for example, ADCC, the weigh-ins need to be day before.
Yeah.
For sure. If you're gonna have a 10 kilo gap, so there's 66, 77, 88, you can't have the weigh-ins on the same day because whoever weighs, like me, 73 and a half, I can't, it's really hard for me to go up to 77.
Yeah.
It's really huge guys. Langaker, he's like
Oof.
He used to do 77.
And
He's huge now.
He is.
But imagine me trying to go up to 77 and then facing this guy.
Oof.
So he's huge.
Yep.
And then imagine me also going down to 66 and then being like this. So if there's that massive gap, I think the weigh-ins should be day before. If there's like 3 kilo difference, then you can do weigh-ins on the same day.
Yeah, because then it's like
there's no problem on that.
Yeah.
You know?
So what about a little bit more on the food? What is your treat? What do you like if you decide to eat unhealthy? What is your choice? Hamburger, pizza?
Unhealthy. I love burgers for some reason.
Me too.
I'm not really a pizza guy. Ice cream as well. I love ice cream.
What is your favorite ice cream?
I love mango ice cream.
Ooh.
I think it's the best.
Mango is nice.
If it's sunny as well, like here in Spain.
The mangoes are so good, man.
Yeah.
It's just like I have always one mango. Was I'm gonna eat always the last thing on my day. Like I do all of my kettlebells, all the training, and then last thing in the day, I peel a mango, and it's like, and I talk to myself, like, oh, this is so good. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but I'm just like, I don't need any sweets. Like, it's so good. I love mango also, but ice cream. Oh.
Ice cream for me, it's my weakness. No, I can eat like huge bowls of ice cream. No problem.
No problem.
No problem.
What is your favorite burger? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
What about dips? Because I'm a big kind of if I can have a couple of dips, let's say I have like 4 different kind of dips, you know, jalapeno, whatever, and then I can dip it. You like different
For me,
sauces?
I'm very basic.
Okay.
Like a double cheeseburger and I'm happy,
Good.
Honestly.
All right.
And then I'll have my ice cream, obviously.
Oh, God.
So burger and then that's it. After comp, I'll always get a burger,
Cool.
honestly.
What about alcohol? Do you
I don't
drink
drink.
alcohol or no?
Zero.
Good.
Zero. I don't know. I don't like that feeling.
All right.
You know, I drank a little bit on Halloween.
Yeah.
And then I felt like a bit like this. I had no competition, by the way. I was off camp. I drank a bit on Halloween, and then I was like, I didn't like the.
You didn't just enjoy.
You get happy and everything, but then you don't really feel good afterwards.
And it's strange because
like at least for me, I don't know.
I think it's a good decision because trust me, I've been drinking quite a lot before, but now I changed when I broke up with my ex-girlfriend like 2 years ago, and she was drinking all the time, and she was like partying all the time. And when I broke up with her, I was like, actually, I never want to do it, but because it was the pressure, because with being with her, I was just doing the same stuff. And now I rarely drink, and I drink maybe a couple of times a year. But now I see, when I drink once in a blue moon, after a couple of drinks, I feel good. But then maybe even 30 minutes, 40 minutes after, I was, I'm going to so tired. It's just like, it's just.
They say you're the person who you surround yourself with. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
So if everyone around you is drinking, then most likely you will drink as well.
That was exactly what was happening to me. And for me, it was because for her, it was always like weekend was ruined if there was no going out or anything. And because we were together, I was like, oh, maybe I will go also. And of course, I have been still always training. And the training is fucking devastating if you have been drinking. Trust me. One time I was training drunk. Actually, what happened, I was with my first coaches, I was white belt, and we partying all night long. All night long. We didn't sleep at all, you know. And then my coaches, we started at the 10th training and they were like, we're going to come to pick you up. And I was like, oh man, I have something. No. We're going to come to pick you up. And I've been partying all night. No sleep at all. They didn't give me any chance. I went down. They picked me up and they're like, man, you smell. I was like, oh, it's the boost. But the training was...
How was the training?
It was terrible. I was white belt and they made me to pay the price. But I learned. I learned my lesson. And I'm proud that I didn't skip the training.
That's good.
But that's, something that even crossed my mind these days. And drinking heavily, like a couple of times a year, that's good enough. But, back in
all
the day,
the time it gets...
No, and it's alcohol is poison. I know it's a social lubricant, so sometimes, I go on a date or whatever, I can have one cider or something like that.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay. But, when it's like I come from Finland, so Finland, we fucking drink, man. We drink because people are, they don't enjoy their life. They're like, okay, it's a weekend. What I'm going to do, it's...
weather shit.
Exactly. But it's hard to combine to be athlete and drinking. So I'm happy that you don't, because it doesn't add any value. It doesn't add any value for your life. And because you're charismatic, social, you're a great man without alcohol. Because some people, they are so shy. You remember Deadpool? Mika, who was training with us.
Oh, Mika.
Yeah, we can tell this story because I'm not going to tell his surname.
Okay.
So we're talking with Santeri, and Santeri was asking, what was the story with Deadpool and wine? And because I was teaching a class.
Wine?
So the thing is, we had this student here called we call him a Deadpool. And when I was like, go drink some water, and he went to his backpack, and he opened his backpack, and it looked fucking strange what he was doing. Mm-hmm. And then I went there, Deadpool, what's happening? And he was like this, sorry, Mikko, I'm drinking wine because I'm so nervous.
Wow.
Yeah, he was drinking wine in the middle of training. I didn't know this. Yeah, in the middle of the training because he was so nervous, and that caught me so off guard. And I was like, okay.
That's a drinking problem.
Yeah, and then I said like, obviously, Mika, this needs to change. Like we need to build you confidence enough to just train without alcohol. But it was so strange. And this cardboard box, and he was like,
wow.
In the middle of the training, he was so nervous. That was so strange. Never seen that before. And never seen after.
I've never heard of it before.
No. But I was like, it was what a story. What a story.
It's people like sometimes they go out, and they can't speak to anyone because they're very shy, let's say.
Yeah.
They can't speak to anyone, so they start drinking.
Yep.
And once you start drinking, you're not. Yeah. Depends on where you get to. You're not really you.
But the problem is also if you're very shy, let's say, and then you don't have, for example, courage to talk girls or whatever, and then you drink and you're like, oh, now I can talk. Then it's a vicious cycle. But then I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Because you think, oh, every time I drink, I can speak to girls.
Exactly. And then you're, okay, I'm gonna meet this girl. I need to drink because otherwise I cannot. Talk. So you need to just tackle that shyness or whatever it is instead of, I drink.
For sure.
Because that's a very short-term solution. And also people don't want to see...
It becomes a problem.
Of course it becomes a problem. I have never had a problem with alcohol. I've just decided to drink. I come from a addict family. My mother was alcoholic. My grandfather was alcoholic. And there's a lot of addiction. Yeah. I was addicted, but I was a gambling addict. And now my addiction is jiu-jitsu. Oh, which is pretty cool.
Good addiction.
Exactly. So, what else? You have been doing jiu-jitsu very long time. Yeah. What is your tips for somebody who's thinking about never try jiu-jitsu and they watch us and they think like, maybe I should try. What would you say to those people?
I think first time you try it out, it should be a hobby.
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna come straight away and, I want to be a competitor. Yeah. First time you try it out, you just gotta enjoy it, honestly.
Yep.
Like you come, you enjoy it, try things out, just enjoy it, meet people, so just make it a hobby at the start.
Yeah, and enjoy it. Don't make it too serious.
Nah, if you get beat up, it's fine.
Yeah, and something is wrong if that's not happening. Because if you're
not losing, you're not maybe in the right room.
Exactly. And that's also tough one because, sometimes it happens to you probably quite often already, like you're the best guy in the room. And sometimes like, how do you feel those trainings? Do you kind of see the different kind of way of training? If you, let's say, for example, we are training today and you're the best guy in the tatami, you know that nobody can beat you if you roll. Or when it's like, we have all the best guys and there is, super good guys also. Does it change the way how you proceed the training?
If I'm in a room and then I know I can beat everyone,
Yeah.
then the training changes.
Yeah.
You know, because let's say if there's 5 guys in a room and then they can all beat me up, then I'll just try and beat them up.
Yeah.
You know, so I can really get a really good round with them.
Yep.
But if you don't have those rounds, you can always just give up the positions.
Yep.
You know? Because even if a guy's not really that good, if you let him mount you, it won't be as easy to escape.
Exactly.
Even if he's not that good.
Exactly.
Escaping the back, escaping the mount,
Yeah, they might surprise you.
escaping submissions, even if the guy's not really that good,
Yeah.
it will be hard.
It will be hard, and there is times when they catch you. It's natural. It's natural.
Yeah, then you just fix it, come back, and then see what happened.
But you always roll very nice. I've been seeing hundreds of rounds when you roll, and it's like even though you're super good, but you are also very gentleman. You don't want to, manhandle guys, and even though very rarely I see you, answering with an aggression, even though the other guy comes like spazzing out, I see you rarely, never kind of respond
obviously
that
it pisses
way.
me off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I can literally break you.
Yeah.
Like, why are you reacting that way, you know? But I never...
But you don't let it affect so much. Like you don't go, okay, now I'm gonna...
I'll just stall him out, honestly.
Yeah.
Take the back, stay there, wait until the round is over, not roll with you again, and then that's it.
I do that. Do you do that a lot? Like don't train with specific guys for injury risk or whatever, attitude problem, whatever it is?
I don't mind attitude, but injuries is like, even if I'm way better than you and you do something, like I can get injured.
Yep.
You know, especially before competition, I really watch out who I'm training with.
Yeah.
But out of camp, if there is a guy who's like heavy, and then he's just like maybe like doing this type of stuff on your elbow, I won't roll with him.
Yeah.
I'll finish the round, take the bag, stall him out, and then not roll with him again.
I think that's a good thing to have.
I'm not gonna like grab the arm and then just, there you go.
No. And it's like, it's so strange sometimes. I don't tell any names, but here in open mat, I was fighting with this one black belt and I got him an armbar and he went fucking ballistics after that, and I was like, what is happening? And I was kind of stalling and I was surviving the round. Of course, he might be even better than me, but whatever it is. But after that, I said, I have declined always.
You don't want to train with him anymore. So that's one less training partner for him.
Exactly. And because, you cannot get angry, like really angry, if I submit you. It truly doesn't matter. So it still happens, but I still feel, in my unconscious, I still feel guilty about it. Like if I don't train with the guy, but we need to be smart. We are doing this.
Because you're thinking, you're there and you're like, oh, I don't want to roll with him. Oh, I'm a pussy.
Yeah, a little bit like something like that. Even though I know that the reasons are different, but that's the mentality that we need to get rid of it because we need to. This is my personal journey, and if I feel like I'm not safe with this guy, I cannot risk my journey only because I want to see that I'm not afraid of you. Of course, I'm not afraid of you. I can roll with anybody. That's not the point. But you feel in my mindset.
I know what you mean. Yeah, you feel like, I'm rejecting the round.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm scared or something like this. But I'm watching out.
Yeah, But I think it's very important to kind of get rid of that, and we just need to choose who we train, and we train basically everybody. But if we feel like this guy might be like, I'm not safe with him. That's something that probably
I don't train with him.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna risk an injury and then miss a competition.
No.
I'm not gonna risk a competition to roll with a guy to prove that I'm not scared of you.
Exactly. Exactly. But that happens. But and this guy is still. I don't know if he understands what is happening, but he always still comes to ask me. Or maybe
they know.
He knows, and that's maybe his reason why he wants to always to still come at me. So still don't roll with him. And I've been tempted many times, like, okay, let's go. But again, if I injure myself, then I'm like, I'm a stupid man.
Exactly. Then you injure yourself and you're like, oh,
exactly.
What am I
I'm
doing?
going to go now, for example, I'm going to go to India and I'm going to be teaching there 7 weeks. And can you imagine if I now break my ankle or something like that? Come on, man.
There's no point.
There's no point. There's no point. But yeah, so actually when we are filming this, we're going to probably actually launch this episode after the competition. So let's
After Euros?
Yeah, after Euros.
That's good.
Because it's gonna be. But how was preparation?
Oh, it went great actually. So
Nice.
the preparation I have for trials. So I finished trials and then I was like, well, I want to relax, maybe small vacation or something. But then I had like Euros like 4 weeks after. So I just continued.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so you
preparation.
didn't stop. Just kept going.
I recovered my foot and then just continued the preparation,
Cool.
But the preparation just went really great. So I really want to compete this Sunday because obviously I'm coming off 2 losses as well.
Yeah.
So I really want to get that winning feeling
That's man.
back,
I'm gonna
and
cheer.
last time I did the Euros, I got DQ'd. So
Oh fuck! Now I remember. Yeah.
I got DQ'd last time I went to Euros. So then this time I'm gonna show everyone like what would have happened if I didn't get DQ'd.
That's gonna be. I'm so excited about it. Watch it, and I think I will be. I'm gonna be teaching Sunday. I'm gonna be in Riga. I'm gonna be teaching seminar there. But after the seminar in the morning, I will be because I can. My plan was first that when I stop my seminar on Sunday, I'm gonna fly immediately to Rome to watch the matches.
Oh.
But now I decided I'm gonna stay there a couple of days because we are maybe arranging a big jiu-jitsu camp in Latvia next summer, so we need to plan that. But I will be anyway watching, and I'm going to be super excited about it.
That's good. I'm really excited. I really want to go.
Nice.
Really excited to compete.
People want to see you there, and you're gonna do amazing. What is your dream, Cristian? Do you want to be world champion or good man? Or
Well,
what's your dream?
some things are changing in jiu-jitsu right now. So obviously the CGI, people like Craig is giving out like 1 million to competitors.
Yeah.
And then obviously the ADCC is always there as well. So I think right now my dream is to win trials and qualify myself to these big competitions.
Cool.
But after I'll win trials, obviously the goal is ADCC and then eventually get into CGI for sure.
Beautiful. And I think you're gonna achieve that. And actually, to be honest with you, I know that you will excel.
Thank you, Mika. Yeah, I really know I can do it. I know it's right there.
Yeah.
And there's very small details
Yep.
that I'm missing, that I'm not missing, because I learned from the mistakes, that I know it will make a difference for the next trials.
Exactly. Exactly. And because, I think because also I'm not a professional athlete, I'm a professional athlete, but I'm not a professional competitor. But I think also you are sensing like the fucking my moment is coming. Because you see it every day. You fight here, the level is fucking insane, and you know how you're doing, how you're training, and you feel like it's buzzing. It's like it's there. I can fucking smell it. I can feel it. It's happening.
Obviously, training and competition, it's very different.
It is.
It's very different. Some people in training are really good,
Yep.
but then they go to compete and it's not the same.
Many people
Because many things change. Mindset, like everything. The nerves, how do you handle the nerves? How do you handle like everyone looking at you? So there's many things that change, But I've been in competition and I've competed against people that they've done like really, really massive good things, And I know, for example, Nadav, I lost to him. He got 4th last trials. Then these trials, he lost to the winner. But he can literally win any day. And I know I'm right there as well with him.
Yep.
So there's very little details that make the difference between winning and losing.
Yep.
And I fixed those details.
And that's the high level. That's when you are in top level of the sport. Then it's like, because all the other guys, they are fucking good also. So there is this.
Everyone's good.
Everybody's good, but
at that level, everyone's good. Trials, everyone was good.
Yeah. But I think it will happen, and I truly hope it will happen now. And also, it would look fucking amazing you in the Europe. Yes. I'm so excited about
Hopefully February.
it. Yeah.
I think that's when next trials are. February. In Serbia. Oh, maybe I should come to watch it because I have my clients. Actually, I was teaching Serbian national team a couple of years ago in Abu Dhabi in IMAF World Championship. So I have a very successful clients from Serbia. So I've never been there, but I would maybe like. I've never been there either. I'm really excited to go.
maybe I will come to watch.
Maybe
and
I'll see you there.
And maybe I'll ask my client to arrange something special for us. And trust me, this guy is like he's man. He's nice. He's nice. And if I say, is there anything that you can do for us while we're in Serbia? I'm like,
he knows.
Yeah, he knows. You know, he knows everybody there.
That's good. That's
gonna be cool. But yeah, I think. Do you have something you want to share with us still, or anything?
No, I just think. I think I thanked everyone already. So fight programming, obviously, Carlos. He's been with me since I started lifting. 3 years. No, it's been 2 years already, I think, and in a very short time, it's been a massive difference. So my nutritionist, obviously, and then I just signed with Nova as well. So I used to be with Reality before. I'm really thankful with them because they're really, really good people. And then, but recently I just signed the contract with Nova. So I'm really, really looking forward to being with them. So great. They are very professional.
Very nice, very nice.
They look,
and that's what happens sometimes. It's a progress, and it's again like Reality treat you very nicely, but it's like it's sometimes life happens, and we'll just try.
I'm really happy with them, and they're happy with me, so we're good.
We're good, and life happens, and now you're moving forward, and big things are coming up, and I'm also a training partner, but I'm also super excited because you're going to do great, and your skill set is there, your mindset is there, and you're growing as a man and as a fighter, and it's inspiring to see. And go get what is yours, Cristian.
Thank you, Miko. Thank you, bro. Thanks
Guys, go train, keep smiling, and remember, Jiu-Jitsu never dies, baby. Cristian Amador. Boom.